To our witnesses, thank you for being here this afternoon. We appreciate it. Chairman Schatz, appreciate the opportunity that we have before the committee to focus on this significant measure, this infrastructure bill that was passed into law last year. I spent a lot of time last year working to advance this, to make sure that we were able to get it over the finish line, but now we're in the harder stage, and that is implementation and ensuring its success. And that starts with robust federal oversight of the federal agencies charged with the extraordinary responsibility of implementing the law, which in many cases involves setting up brand new programs and ramping up existing programs at a much larger scale. So it's clearly no easy task. I want to extend my thanks to the 4 federal agencies that are represented here today, and an appreciation for the participation in the Federal Grant Symposium that I hosted in Anchorage last month. I also want to thank Nicole Baramo and AFN for your contributions. The in-person participation to help tribal, state, local leaders begin to navigate this massive new law was pivotal to the success of the event that we had. I'm hopeful that we were able to really develop some good partnerships so that as these programs and the grant opportunities come together, Alaskans know who to call and can begin to prioritize in that way. So much that is included within the opportunities here. And it was even before the infrastructure bill where we saw federal resources coming together on broadband. What we worked to build to create the Tribal Broadband Connectivity Grant Program, funding that at $1 billion through our 2020 year-end appropriations, and then the COVID-19 relief bill. We built on that with the infrastructure law, not only building at the broadband, but everything else that came with it. As we're seeing with tribal broadband and many other programs funded in the law, successful implementation is going to require the interagency coordination, robust tribal consultation, intergovernmental collaboration at all levels, and the development of a workforce that includes members of the local Native community. Many of the comments and questions that we picked up from Alaskans and Native leaders have 2 themes. The first theme is optimism about the unprecedented level of funding, but the second theme is a concern about missing out on this once in a generation opportunity. So I'm pleased that we've got these federal agencies to testify about how they're going to ensure that the bipartisan infrastructure law will in fact meet the needs across Indian country. Where grants are competitive, technical assistance will be paramount to making sure areas of highest need are not left behind. After 2 years of the pandemic, many of our tribal administrators and our Native leaders, they're maxed out, they're stretched thin. And so I'm going to be very interested in hearing how the administration is taking an all-of-government approach and making tribes aware of all of the relevant opportunities. Again, I want to welcome our witnesses, not only on this panel here in present with us, but also those who are virtually. Particular shout out and welcome to Nicole Baramo. She's the Executive Vice President, General Counsel for Alaska Federation of Natives. And again, I mentioned that AFN's been working really hard to help Alaska Natives navigate the many federal and state agencies that are distributing funds and providing services. So thank her for participating, and I will look forward with great interest to the testimony from both panels today.
Thank you.